Hey, look, Dennis Gage is here today.
Honored guest.
This is a Cadillac.
It was the holy grail among Cadillac collectors.
Wow, that's a view. See Newfoundland in a 53 Oldsmobile. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week I'm in Swift Current, Newfoundland to visit Vernon Smith and check out a truly amazing collection. Now, believe me, all roads do not lead to Swift Current, Newfoundland, but some really incredible cars found their way here, and this collection is truly amazing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Vernon, how you doing?
Very well, my friend.
You know, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I've seen a lot of car collections. But I got to tell you, this is an amazing car collection, and in Swift Current, Newfoundland. You wouldn't expect that.
You're not the first to say that.
I'll bet I'm not. It's amazing. This is a little place.
It is, just population 350 people.
And yet you've got, you know, Pebble Beach winning, Amelia Island Meadowbrook winning cars. That's pretty unique.
It's the high-end automobile shows in North America, and I've been honored to have invitations.
You've got a little bit of everything, but you specialize kind of in the 50s and 60s.
I kind of like that specific era.
Well, and again, I mean, it ranges. It's just, your 58 Buick Limited, my goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen one, and certainly not seen one as decked out as the one you've got. Your Chryslers, your Town and Countries, they're spectacular, and that's what you go after. You go after low production number and optioned to the absolute max.
Outstanding in engineering design and limited productions.
Yeah, that's you. Well, you know, again, 50, 40, 50, 60, who knows how many cars here, but we picked out a couple today that are kind of special, and the theme is sort of 1953. You know, there's certain years that I think are significant in design. I think that was one of them. GM in particular did some really interesting stuff, and you've got the big three from that year out of GM.
That's correct. I have all three. The Eldorado Cadillac, the Oldsmobile Fiesta, and the Buick Skylark are often referred to as the Golden Triangle.
The Golden Triangle.
Right. However, the most difficult to produce and the costliest was the Eldorado.
That sounds like a great place to start. This is a massive car. This thing tips the scales at
nearly 5,000 pounds.
That's a lot of steel, and it's such an interesting design. I mean, nothing looked like this in '53. It's, you know, I mean, it looks like it's been nosed and decked already. You know, the windshield is so, I mean, it's not very tall at all, and it's curved windshield. Isn't that one of the first ones they did?
That is.
And this was the first year for the Eldorado.
It was. Yeah. It's a limited production car. They only made 532 of them. But that came with a staggering price tag of $7,750.
My goodness. And then the interior, too, is interesting. Padded dash.
All leather interior.
Wow. And this is an awful nice touch, too.
Exactly. That's a metal boot. I mean, those two arms literally go down in the fender here. And it's a power convertible top. And even though, you know, we hadn't really gotten into the finned era, you're getting these little kick-ups they're just starting to come in. Just starting to come in.
Dagmars in front, Dagmars in back.
Mm-hmm. Dual exhaust protruding through the bumpers.
Wow. Now, this was also one of these that you don't have a gas filling cap on the side. It was the taillight, right?
Exactly.
How's that work?
I think today they would be a long time finding that at our local gas station.
I'll say. You've got an electric light here right by where you're putting your gas in. Hey, I don't know. That's such a great idea. And I wonder how many, you know, ham-handed service station guys broke these taillights.
I'm sure.
But it's, you know, it's a great way to conceal it. So what engine did you say?
It has a 331 cubic inch, 210 horsepower V8.
Let's have a look at it.
Sure.
Wow.
Here's the power plant.
With that classic air cleaner.
It certainly is.
You know, a lot of customizers and hot rodders love that to this day.
Absolutely.
You see that in a lot of cars. The blue block was the color for this?
It was.
53? That's beautiful.
It's restored to exactly the way it rolled off the assembly line. And this so happened to be number 123 of the 532 produced.
How many are left, do you think?
Somewhere in the vicinity of 130.
Well, well, that's not too many, frankly. Absolutely beautiful, Vernon. Close that baby back up. Now, another interesting thing about your collection, almost everything in here runs, is drivable, is licensed. A lot of it's licensed.
It does.
It's a little gloomy out, but this would look so good on the Newfoundland roads. I say we take it out. What do you say?
You have the honor.
I can drive.
Absolutely.
Now you're talking. Let's go. Well, I like that hat, Vernon. That is a nice hat. She handles beautifully.
It does.
This is what Cadillac's meant to be here. This is a Cadillac.
Absolutely.
It's a bit of a gray day, but boy, Newfoundland is so beautiful. Now, what was it about the 53 Eldo that sang to you?
It's extremely rare. It was considered to be elusive and has remained the holy grail among Cadillac collectors.
Oh, really? I mean, this is the one, huh?
Absolutely.
You know, this car's got an interesting stance, too, because it just looks different than other Caddies, even of the time, I think.
It certainly does.
It really stands out. That is a big steering wheel, though, I gotta tell you.
It certainly is.
Beautiful hood ornament, too.
Yes, and padded dash was very unique.
Yeah, it had to be one of the first ones done. And is it a vinyl?
It's leather.
It's leather.
The whole interior is all genuine leather.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Cadillac didn't mess around.
They did not. They did not mess around. And was this the original color combination of this car, Vernon?
It is. It's called Artisan Ochre.
It's yellow, but I see some green in it. It's an interesting yellow.
It is.
And then, you know, this red interior, but there's some orange in the red.
That's right.
So these are both colors that are a little bit off the Pantone mark.
Certainly. Very unique.
I find it amazing that you really haven't been collecting all that long to have, you know, amassed such a fantastic array of autos.
Well, that's correct. A lot of people don't expect to see the Golden Triangle in small town Newfoundland. I mean, Swift Current with the population of about 350 people. The Golden Triangle, as it's often referred to, is the Eldorado,
Yeah.
the Buick Skylark, they made 1690, the Olds Fiesta, 458.
Which is another spectacular car,
Certainly.
which of course you have in your collection. I was wondering if we might just take that baby out too.
Absolutely.
I've been looking forward to that. Okay, 53 Caddy, 53 Olds.
That's correct.
And this is the Fiesta. This is even more rare than the Caddy, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So how
only
many of
made
these?
458.
Wow. And again, these were all convertibles also, yes?
It was.
Now it's sporting some things that are kind of similar to the Caddy. The windshield looks almost identical.
Yep, the wraparound windshield was carried over from the Oldsmobile to the Cadillac.
Another first year for the wraparound on this also, right?
That's right.
But you got the great Oldsmobile features. I mean, certainly they're going to find a way to get their rocket in there.
Yes.
So there it is. And then the Western Hemisphere. And Olds was also, it's either circles or it's ovals, and you see it right there.
You do.
Now, is this another car that's just really hard to find bits and pieces for?
Extremely hard, with a production of 458.
And are there fewer of these left than of the Caddy? Or
There are. There's only about 30 of those known to exist.
Really? Wow. Now, this is a really big chunk of stainless. Is it stainless?
It is.
Yeah. You know, which is really, I mean, it's very bright, adds a lot of pop to the car. Comes across and then cuts down and carries all the way back. Now, these were more typically flipped out in color, weren't they? They were more typically white.
That's correct.
With turquoise back and...
That's right. The white on the front and the turquoise on the back. However, it was offered in this color combination.
So this would make it even more rare than already being rare.
That's right.
Wow. And I love the interior. I mean, this is absolutely
It is.
beautiful. I mean,
Yes.
turquoise is one of my favorite, and turquoise and white is favorite color combination for cars. Leather also.
All genuine leather and padded dash.
Padded dash again. Now it's, again, a lot of stuff carried over. Even if you look at the rest of the dash, the white with the black stripes, you see some of that from the Caddy.
That's right.
But then you've got, very different gauging, and then this, very Oldsmobile circle, which I think eventually went to oval, but,
That's right.
Now, is this one that you had to restore, or you
It was in pretty good condition. However, I did do some work on it.
you just can't leave them alone, can you?
You remember the rule?
Yeah, got to be the Vernon standard. And you've shown this a number of places, yes?
Actually, I haven't shown this one yet.
Oh, really?
No,
Wow.
it's pretty new on
You're
the
going
block.
to get this baby out then. Because
Certainly
people are
will.
going to love this. But how long have you had it?
I've had it about 3 years.
And I was noticing the hubcaps, which I've never seen before. They just...
Exclusive to the Fiesta.
Really? Wow. Now, this car, to me, looks a lot shorter than the Caddy.
It is about a foot shorter.
Okay, but you know what? I don't know what it is about the Caddy, because the Caddy may be even a little bit lower. The Caddy looks even longer than it.
Sleeker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it measures about 18.5 feet, so it's often referred to as a land yacht.
Yeah, well, it is that. And this has got more, I guess, Oldsmobile to it. Certainly, beautiful car. I like this, the trunk molding too.
That's different from the Buick Skylark and the Eldorado Cadillac.
Now this was a pretty pricey car too, wasn't it?
$5,800.
So the Caddy was
$7,750.
So this is $2,000 less, a bargain, right? but this was still more expensive than the Skylark.
It was.
Skylark was
$5,000.
so it really was tiered pricing, but.
Now this has a 303 cubic inch engine, 170 horse rocket engine.
Oldsmobile Rocket. Let's go look at it. That even sounds like a heavy hood.
It is.
Almost the same air cleaner.
Exactly the same
Exactly
as
the
a
same air
Cadillac.
cleaner, yeah. And a green block, almost a John Deere green with the
Yes.
yellow, but Oldsmobile Rocket, and a different placement on the
On the
battery.
battery.
The Caddy had it back in the firewall, and that had to be a backbreaker to get in place. This is a much more convenient place, but these were very narrow, very long batteries.
The upper portion is a very unique and difficult part to find.
Really? You mean this cover here?
Yes,
Did people just say that's too much of a hassle and they threw them away?
often they do.
But this has got pretty much all the other goodies too. You've got, what do you have in here? You've got power steering, power brakes.
Power windows is all. It's fully decked out. The top is radio antenna, all powers.
Man.
Every power option that was available. Very unique feature here and rare. The under hood light
Yeah?
on the firewall.
Oh yeah. That's a curious, I was trying to figure out what that was because I'd never seen it before. And this one runs like a top also?
It sure does.
We say we take this one out.
I'm up for it.
Can I drive again?
You sure can.
All right. This is a ride that rivals the Caddy.
It does.
It really does. Now, did they continue on with the Fiesta, or was that a
That was it. 1 year
53?
only.
Wow. This is a rare baby. And this car came completely loaded with everything imaginable too, right?
Every amenity that was offered.
You know you got power steering here.
Yes, sir.
It's right in your face on the power steering wheel.
And the sequential electronic radio with the floor mounted tuning button.
That is just the wildest thing, Vernon. I didn't even know they made those things. Power antenna. Oh, you gotta love that. This thing's got power everything. Well, they put a lot of chrome on these cars.
They sure did. They were very heavily laden with chrome.
And turquoise. I'm a sucker for turquoise. So that is such a 50s color. What a beautiful cruiser, though. That
Sure is.
engine is like silk.
Yeah, the Rocket 304.
You've got the rocket right there on the hood.
That's right.
Very smooth running car, though. It just
is.
purrs along.
It sure does.
It is kind of cool that you leave the bias ply on, because it does give you that 50s driving experience, which is a little bit like a motorboat,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A little bit
Well,
more.
you know, when you're competing at the national shows,
You gotta
it's
have it.
crucial that you have
Yeah.
the original tires.
And I tell you, those are stout brakes. They weren't kidding when they said they were power brakes on this baby.
That's right.
All you have to do is look at them cross-eyed and you're gonna stop. I could get used to this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is a place that everybody should see. Newfoundland is a beautiful, beautiful place. So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring.